Going on, folks? Back in with another video, and today I actually want to talk about something that actually I can't really describe this kind of shit. Like it's something that I'm not associated with, and it's the kind of thing that I absolutely detest. And I'm seeing this guy's video. Ferric Vention confirms neo-Nazis on staff. But it's Shrapnel. I can't say your last name, dude. Or something like that. Forgive me if I butchered your last name. I do apologize for that. I seen your video and I gotta watch this all the way through to hear what you gotta say about it.
Hey y'all, thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you guys have a most excellent day. So I want to talk about a subject today which was brought to my attention through a recent tweet relating to the much maligned furry convention Free For All, which as we know...
Now, I gotta say something about Free For All. I gotta say something about that furry. I gotta say something about the convention. That convention is gonna fall apart. Because nobody in the furry community, and probably a very few small number in the fan will actually go to that convention. Because I tell you right now, right, nobody in this fandom wants anything to do with that. Now, don't get me wrong, I may be like that, but I would never ever I may be like a conservative right wing and all that, but I don't actually go out of my way to bring that into the fandom. I would never bring. There's a time and place for the fandom, and I try and keep my political views out of the furry community. Like I don't like bringing it because I got the shit. I got a lot of shit for expressing my views about certain things, and basically a lot of people block me on Twitter. Got an altercation with someone who was wondering if fandom, someone named Cooper Tom. I got into an altercation with him over it because I had an opinion about a certain topic. I had an opinion about it, and he basically went the fuck off on me. Him and somebody who was following him went the fuck off on me, and it became like an argument between him, me, and this other guy. Basically, all three of them just started. The both of them just started randomly fucking shitting on me, and to this day, I used to like Cooper Tom. I used to actually like that dude. I thought he was actually funny. I actually thought he was actually one of the reasons why I started liking the furry community just so much because he was one of them. And now that I found out what kind of person he was, I just lost all respect for him. My respect for him went out the fucking window. And after he blocked me and I blocked him, I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit anymore. That dude has lost my respect, and I really don't give a shit about him at all. I no longer like or respect the dude. And everybody in the fandom knows who Cooper Tom is. Everybody in the fandom knows who the fuck he is. If you don't know who he is, basically he's this fur from Jersey who, oh wow, I can't even, I thought I knew the dude. I thought I knew him better than that. Obviously I didn't, but I actually thought he was a cool guy in the beginning, but what he turned out to be, would I seen who he was? Out of here. He was another one with an over opinionated ass. That's what he is. And I'm sorry to anyone in the family who's friends with the guy, but at the way he talked to me, the way he treated me, that dude can kiss my ass. You know, in seriousness, that dude literally kissed my ass. Let's continue watching this.
has been battling a reputation as being run by fascists and for being a haven to the outright side of the furry fandom. So they have recently put out a tweet which essentially confirmed that the furry...
Let me see this real quick. Renowned furry raiders support staffing and attendance at Free For All. Value open expression. No, see, that's the fucking problem. This is the fucking problem with this right here. This on the screen. This whole thing he just put on the screen. This is the problem with this. This is not the place for this. The furry fandom is a place for making friends. Oh my god. This is the reason why a lot of furries don't want like that political shit in it. This is not the place for this. The furry fandom is supposed to be a place where people can get together, where new friendships are made, where people can have fun, where people can, be themselves. People can create their personas and act out their characters and be who the fuck they want to be. This right here is not it. Nobody in the furry community wants the alt-right or any of that in there. Nobody in the fandom wants this in here. If you're gonna do anything political, then keep it to your fucking self and keep it out there to the fucking fandom. And this is why the furriers are so greatly fucking disliked. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Justin. You want to associate with them?
Will be working as staff at the convention. Now, for a group that are already dealing with reputational issues about being alt-right and extremist far-right, appointing the furry...
Yeah, like I said, there's a time and place for that. And the fandom is not the place for this. Nobody in the fandom wants to hear it. It's not what the furry fandom is about. It's not about political. It's not about this fascist bullshit or anything like that. It's not. Oh, it's not what the fandom is about. It's about fans of anthropomorphic characters. That's what the furry fandom is about. Being fans of anthropomorphic animals.
Leaders of all...
Keep this fucking Nazi fascist shit the fuck out of it.
People, that's a bit of a dumb move, dudes. I mean, you can't claim not to be far-right extremists when you're appointing a far-right extremist group as staff members. Think, guys. Think about it. Now, we don't know what role the...
Exactly. I like this dude. I like this guy's thinking. I really like his thinking. He's actually one of the smart ones.
Furry Raiders will be undertaken at the furry convention, but since it's only about a week away at the time of this video, we'll find out soon enough. And in case you're wondering who the Furry Raiders are, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of who they are, who's involved in them, what they've done, the gnarlier sides of the association, and why I think, Freefall is just a cover story for the gnarlier sides.
Oh, I believe that. Oh, I definitely believe that. No. Shrapnel, I definitely agree with you, dude. I definitely agree with you. Like, I actually believe, like, they're not telling you everything like, they're not telling you everything. Like, there's certain shit going, I guarantee there's certain shit that they did that convention that was not seen in public. I guarantee it. Because it was their convention, so they were allowed to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. And, whoa, he's got a good point. Got a very, very good point.
To the furry fandom. Now, on the surface, the Furry Raiders claim some very altruistic goals. They're all about, helping the fandom, yada, yada, yada,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I do not fucking believe that.
The fandom better for furries. All sounds very noble. But that is just on the surface, and it is a very thin veneer indeed. You just have to scratch the surface a little bit. I mean, from the very outset, the Furry Raiders came from a group on Second Life called the Fursies, who were, like the name sounds, a bunch of furry Nazis. They enjoyed dressing their avatars up in Nazi or Nazi-esque uniforms, and in one case I've read about them harassing Jewish members on Second Life. But for the most...
What the fuck? Wow.
But at that time, it was just a bunch of edgelords who had figured out how to put SS uniforms onto their avatars.
I'm
And
sorry, but they are like they don't even deserve. I'm fucking sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but they don't even deserve to be in the fandom in all reality. If they're gonna treat people like that, they're gonna treat other members of the fandom like shit, then they really have no fucking reason to be in this fandom whatsoever. I'm dead ass serious. They have no reason to be in this community at all. If you're gonna treat others and members of the fandom like that, get the fuck out.
slap red bands on their arms. Pretty distasteful in itself, and the harassment isn't cool, but they hadn't done anything major quite at that point. But they did eventually transition over to the real life, and when they did so, they did bring a lot of that iconography with them. Specifically, red armbands with a white circle and a paw print in the middle. Sound familiar? It should do, because if you swap that paw print out for a swastika, that's what the Nazis wore during the war. Now, they claim it has nothing to do with that. They claim that
Yeah, of course they won't claim that they're hiding it. Of course they won't claim that they're fucking hiding it. You really think they're gonna openly admit? You're gonna openly admit this shit like that? No. Of course they won't fucking. No.
in Second Life, it was just a little bit added extra that he could add to the avatars. Has nothing to do with the Nazis and all that bollocks. And they are adamant that they do not use any Nazi iconography in their group. But I'm going to link to something down below. I'm going to mark it as Exhibit A, which is a link to Wiki for article, specifically some pictures from.
And I will be looking at that when this video is done. I'll be looking at that article.
The Furry Raiders chat of them sharing some very, very reminiscent Nazi iconography, with a couple of bits swapped out to paw prints and things like that.
Now, does that wait? Let me go back.
That does iconography with a couple of bits swapped out to paw prints and.
Let me pause that real quick. Does this fucking look real suspicious? Now, is there now if this isn't proof enough, then why do half the fandom doesn't want anything to do with these guys? This should be proof enough why half the fandom doesn't want anything to do with these guys. Look at this shit. You would never, ever, and I promise you, and I promise to everyone who sees this video, I promise you, you will never ever see me wear that. Never. And I promise you. I don't know if I promise you on the word of God. I promise you on the word of God, you will never see me wear that. Because I'm not damaging my reputation in the fandom. I got too many friends, and I got way too many. Like I said, all these guys, I got way too many friends. So I'm going to say about that. I got way too many friends, and I'm not damaging my relationship with them. Because I don't want to offend nobody, and I don't want to piss anybody off in this fandom if they see shit like this. See, this kind of shit right here. If they see this. I'm not risking ruining friendships over this shit.
And things like that. I mean, that does look suspicious. With a couple of bits swapped out to Paul.
Green Wolf is a where can I get there's argument? What the fuck would you want? Yeah, of course, somebody like that with a Wolfenstein, of course. Of course, with a name like that, that doesn't fucking surprise me with a name like that.
And things like that. I mean, that does look suspiciously like one of the battle flags used by the Nazis during the war. Don't you guys think? I mean,
exactly.
And this is from their chat. This isn't something that's been fabricated. This is something they've been sharing amongst themselves. And some rather gnarly comments.
Look at this fucking shit. Wow.
To go along with it. Like I said.
Oh my god. One of my friends legit freaking out, homie. Yeah, it says right here. One of my friends is legit freaking out me for me. Yeah, like the one guy that who's running with these guys. I'm fucking trying to tell him that being with these guys is going to get you nothing but fucking problems. Damn if he doesn't fucking listen to me.
Link down below, Exhibit A. Go check it out once this video.
That's the fucking reason. That shit right there. He just put on the screen. Wait.
Like I said, link down below.
This shit right here is the exact fucking reason. This right here. This symbol represents evil.
Below, Exhibit A. Go check it out once this video is done. But wait, there's more. And this one I'm going to link to as Exhibit B, which is a whole bunch of chat logs exposed by an infiltrator called Aristide, who managed to get into their chat and effectively screenshot all the bullshit. And here we see a bunch of furry raiders, espousing outright racism and...
I can't. Oh my god. Look at this fucking shit. Are you serious, man? Oh my god. Oh, Justin. If you only fucking knew what you... Oh my god. Justin, I hope you see this video because I want you to know what the fuck you're getting yourself into. Let me tell you something, dude. And I knew you're gonna watch this fucking video. Let me fucking tell you something. I really want you to listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth when I fucking say this to you. If you actually run with these jack-offs, our friendship is done. Because I refuse. I fucking refuse to associate myself who associates with Nazism and shit like this. It's not happening, dude. I'm not associating myself with you if you're going to associate yourself with them. So you got a fucking choice to make. Either you walk away from this bullshit, or I'm walking away from you. And this time, I'm not bringing your fucking ass back. I don't care how much you cry. I don't care how much you fucking whimper or anything like that. I'm not bringing you back again. Because when next time you're blocked off my fucking list, you remain fucking blocked. You got a choice to make.
Calling for the genocide of native populations and so much more. This is some really grim...
And one thing that I'm absolutely shocked. Don Lupo. Dude, in all reality, all I can really say is, Don, if you watch this fucking video, man, I hope you clean up. I hope you got away from this. Like, I think you're a cool guy, man. Don't get me wrong. I think you're an awesome fucking dude. When I talk to you a couple of times, I think you're an awesome fucking dude. And seeing this, man, it's just like, wow. Like, I really hope, man, that you cleaned up. You got away from all this. Like, I just hope, Don, like, you got away from all this, man. I think you're a cool dude. Shit, I don't even think you're cooler than Justin. Like, hearing... Like, when I was talking to you, man, I was, like, so interested in your character's backstory, like, all the interesting details about your character, man. I was, like, totally into that. Like, when I heard you talking about it, I was like, damn, that's neat. I really like that. I like the backstory of your fucking character. I like that. But I think you're an awesome guy, Don. In all reality, I think you're an awesome guy. I just hope you got away from all this Nazism bullshit, like posting shit like this. I just hope you got away from all of it.
Reading. Like I said, down below, marked as Exhibit B. Go check it out after the video. It's pretty gnarly, dudes. And one thing I'd like to just slip in here. You may remember, 2 Griffin says that he went into the Furry Raiders chat once.
Oh, yeah, 2 Griffin. Yeah, the guy who got basically blasted out of the fandom.
And didn't see anything wrong. So either they were being rather careful and cautious around them.
Yeah, who's really going to take Two Rated Griffin? Who's really going to take his opinion seriously anymore? The guy's basically been dumped. The dude has basically been thrown out because of his fucking political bullshit.
You know, I think is the most likely thing. Or he just doesn't see a problem with any of this bullshit. And what gets me though is that in one of these
Of
chat
course he doesn't. Of course he won't see anything wrong with it because he's another one into politics. Like I said before, that kind of shit should not be in the fandom.
logs, these fuckerinos have the audacity to bemoan the fact that the fandom has ostracized them. I mean, what do you guys expect? We don't want to be associated with bullshit like this.
Thank you. Thank you. Very well said, Shrapnel. Very well said. Very well said, my friend. Very well said. Bravo, man. You're one of the smart ones.
You know, you got some wanker here bemoaning the fact that the Maori still exist, and you wonder why we don't want anything to do with you nut jobs. It's like
Exactly. Exactly. And this is what I'm trying to tell this dude. This is what I'm fucking trying to tell him. If he associates himself with these craptards, these fucking mongoloids, if he actually fucking associates himself with them, nobody in the fandom is gonna look at him the same way again. They're basically gonna go look at him like, I don't want anything to do with him. Like, keep him away from me. That's what I tried to tell this dude. I tried to tell him, like, dude, if you actually get involved with the Raiders, the Freight Raiders, if you get involved with them, you're in for a rude fucking awakening. Because ain't nobody in the fandom gonna want to talk to you. They're not gonna associate themselves with you. You're basically gonna be ostracized from the fucking fandom. So good luck,
dude,
man.
have you seen yourselves? Have you read the bullshit that comes out of your mouth? Oh, but the furry raiders aren't racist. Oh no, they're not Nazis. They don't hate other races. They're just an innocent group. Oh my god, why are these people so mean to us? Oh my god. Why the fuck do you think? And that's just the members of their chat log. We ain't even got to their leadership yet, because that's
Oh, I know exactly who he's talking about. Lee Allen Miller, Foxler.
it gets really gnarly. I mean, right from the get go, look at the dude running the furry raiders.
Oh, Foxler.
The guy's
That mental case.
name. He claims it's a mashup of his surname plus his favorite animal. I mean, let's call him Toddler. He claims that the last
Let's call him Tyler. That's good.
part is from his personal surname. But at the same time, a lot of people have pointed out it's very, very similar to Hitler. I mean, we can't prove that Toddler picked his name based on, Hitler or not. We got no evidence, so to speak. But it's very suspicious. And when you take everything else into account, the fact that, they formed
He's got a point. I mean, the names are almost similar. Foxler, Miller, yeah, the names are almost similar.
from a bunch of edgelord Nazis on Second Life, and they have a lot of Nazi paraphernalia going on.
Exactly.
It's not much of a stretch of the imagination to think that maybe he is trying to be the furry Hitler. Yeah, I'll give him a pass on that one. It's suspicious as hell, but I can't prove anything. Anyway, this guy, he claims not to be a neo-Nazi, and then he's throwing out Nazi salutes for photographs. I mean,
Dude, what the fuck? God, dressed as in a fox suit with an armband that bears a paw print. Critics say there's too strong demos to this possibly. Of course there is. He also insisted of us taking a picture of his suit with his pose posting into our gallery. Foxler is pictured on Twitter raising his arms and what appears to be a Nazi-like salute, but he denies the accusation that. Of course he would deny that. Of course he would deny that. You really think he's gonna openly admit that on like camera or anything like on an article? You think he's gonna openly admit that? Come on, man. You really think he's gonna openly admit that on any article or any video? No. He's playing up to it. This guy's an embarrassment.
I'm gonna link it down below again, Exhibit C. Go check it out after the video. Now, he claims this was an accident. He claims he accidentally threw up a Nazi salute. How the fuck?
Yeah, he accidentally. Oh God, for fuck's sake! I don't understand it. How do you accidentally claim you're? How do you accidentally claim to be throwing that up? You're clearly doing it in the picture. How do you accident? Oh wow. How do you accidentally claim to do something? The stupidest thing I ever heard. You clearly see him doing it in the picture.
Accidentally throw out a Nazi salute and hold it perfectly so it's not blurry or anything for someone to take a photograph of it. How? Tell me, and this is back when cameras didn't have all of this anti-blur doodads and what's it called. So, this was an intentional photo, dude. This wasn't no fucking accident. Pull the other one. It's got bells and whistles on it. But that's not the most damning thing that he did. The photo of him throwing out a Nazi salute aside and, possibly the name. Okay, that doesn't really prove anything. But what he did do after that, though, it kind of, it nails the coffin shut, so to speak. I mean, there's things that you can't come back from, and trying to join a neo-Nazi group is one of those things. And I'm going to link to a video of him talking about it himself. Let's call it Exhibit D. This dude made a video where he claims that he did it to learn more about them. I mean, what more do you need to learn? That they're neo-Nazis. There's nothing more you really need to learn about them. It's not like you're going to go there and find that they're a church group or, they're having a picnic or something. They're fucking neo-Nazis. They are a hate group. But that is legitimately the bullshit he's trying to peddle. He just wanted to learn about it. So he tried to join a neo-Nazi group and he paid them the application fee and went through the process. And it's when they found out that he was a furry that they essentially said, nope, we're done. We don't want you in our group. He tried to join a neo-Nazi group, and the neo-Nazis did not want him. And one of his favourite things when people accuse him of being a Nazi is that he will espouse the fact that he is mixed race, and why would a mixed race person be a Nazi? Well, clearly, the neo-Nazi group didn't really care about him being mixed race, because they continued the interview after finding out about that. They didn't care about that from the looks of it. They only cared about the fact that he was a furry. And I'm not surprised that shit them up, because when you look at Stormfront, the neo-Nazi website, their biggest news source and all that bullshit, they've put out several articles about why they hate furries and why they want to exterminate us. So, them finding out about him being a furry being a thing that got him booted, not surprising. Now, during this time, he did make a lot of controversial posts about, hating black people and stuff on social media, and he claims that was just part of the application process for when they vetted him or whatever. That's just what? No, fuck off. That's bollocks. He's chatting.
That's exactly what. Yeah, it's exactly the kind of bullshit that he wants you to believe. That dude wants you to believe that he's hating on black people, like he's trying to cover it up. Like, I didn't say that, it was out of tech. Bullshit.
Shit right there. I mean, at best, this is just an edgelord trying to be edgy and going too far. But I don't believe any of his excuses or claims.
Who would?
I think he genuinely tried to join that neo-Nazi group because surprise, surprise, he is a neo-Nazi. But wait, there's more. From what I understand, he also has attended KKK rallies. I mean, like, dude, what the hell? That's gnarliness on a whole new level. But if you think the gnarliness around the leadership stops there, you are sadly mistaken, because from what I understand, this dude went ahead and tried to seduce a minor at one point and actually got arrested and brought up on charges for attempted sexual contact with a minor. And this is the guy who, to this day, is in charge of the first.
That's that right there. What he just said is the exact reason why, if I ever saw this motherfucker in person, oh my, like, I'd literally walk the fuck away. Like, I never want to see this guy in person. This Voxer guy, I never want to see him in person. Because all the shit that I've read about this guy is absolutely disgusting. But I never want to see this guy in person. Because either I'm going to walk away or I'm going to fucking say something I'm going to regret.
Raiders. It's not just one of their, minor members. This is the dude at the tippy top. And again, I'm linking down below to Exhibit E. Go check it out after this video is done. And he would have been convicted for this had it not been for witness tampering and other activities by his second in command. Now, from what I understand, his 2IC was convicted of these things in a separate case.
What the fuck? Look at this nut job. Oh my god. Look at this shit. Look at this dude. Jacob Kovar? Wow, look at this motherfucker. Hey, he definitely looks like one of them creepy ass people.
And managed to catch himself 8 years in prison, which I believe he is currently serving. And again, down below in the description, Exhibit F for that part, F for fuck up. Go check out that dude's convictions. So essentially, he tried to screw up the case against the leader so that the leader would get let off. And unfortunately, the leader was let off as a result of this. We don't know to what extent, but we do know that it never went to court, possibly through witness tampering. But you know what gets me about this? I mean, it's not the fact that the second in command got arrested and convicted of this or any of that. It's the fact that the second in command already had a criminal record. And not just minor stuff like theft or, shit like that. Stuff that...
You think we want that kind of shit in the furry fandom? You really think we want any of that in the fandom? Be serious, come on.
It is, vaguely forgivable. No. He had a criminal record for sexual assault. The server admin of the Furry Raiders, the second in command under the top dog, was a sexual predator. He was a convicted sexual predator.
Like I said, you think we want to with someone like that in the furry community? Hell no.
Predator. And he was given a position of power in the Furry Raiders. I mean, what does that tell you about the group itself? Oh, but the Furry Raiders, they're just misunderstood little lambs. They're not all that bad. They're innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. They're perfectly fine people. Bollocks, are they? This organization is rotten to the very core. From the very top, their leadership includes sex offenders and people who glorify Hitler. I mean, what the hell? And I realise that not everyone in the Furry Raiders would have these beliefs. I mean, there may be some people who've been duped by the we're innocent bullshit. But the vast majority gotta know what's going on. So I'm honest, I will never trust a Furry Raider. If someone says to me they're a Furry Raider, I'm going to tell them to fuck off. But that raises the question, what kind of organisation would look at all this, see these, fine upstanding members of their society and think, you know what, they'd make good staff for a furry convention. And, it's not just assumed, they have confirmed that the Furry Raiders will be staff at Free For All. This isn't just something someone's pulled out their arse somewhere. It has been confirmed by both parties.
And I'm telling you right now, like I said, watch that fucking convention completely fall to shit. That convention is completely gonna fall apart. Because the only one who's really gonna attend that convention are people like them. But how many members are there of the Raiders? How many members? You would think any member of the fandom outside of that shit would actually attend that. No. Because a lot of people in the furry fandom have brains, have common sense. They know to avoid shit like that. They know to stay away from shit like that.
The convention is associating with and promoting the Furry Raiders as members of their staff. I mean,
nobody's gonna go to a convention that a group is associated with hate. With shit like that. Nobody's going to be attending the convention with people associated with that. Nobody.
It does make me question the morals of the organization and its leadership if they're willing to have actual neo-Nazis in their midst. I mean, the gal running Free For All, Peace Wolf, she claims to be an American patriot. And yet she has neo-Nazi friends. She has neo-Nazis working for her at the convention. Peace Wolf, if you're watching this, and I kind of hope you are, reach out to me. Tell me what you think about the fact that, you are associating with neo-Nazis. You claim to be a patriot, and yet you are working with the people who any true patriot would want nothing to do with. You claim your convention is for promoting free speech and returning to our roots, whatever. I can't believe that when you have, neo-Nazis at your convention, and you're
Exactly. That's not what freedom of speech. No, that is not. That is not what it's about. Linking that kind of shit to freedom of speech is not. It's no, absolutely not. It's a slap in the face to anyone who really believes in the true meaning of the word freedom of this country. That's a slap in the face to all of us who truly believe in it. That's a slap in the damn face. They do not. The Red Raiders do not represent the real freedom of America. And I don't give a shit who fucking has a problem with what I say.
doing nothing about. You're promoting them. You're giving them a platform, Peace Wolf, and yet you claim to be a patriot. Those two are mutually exclusive, dude. Think about it. You can't be a patriot and promote neo-Nazis. I mean, this isn't an image you want. I mean, your convention is already struggling with the image that it's being run by neo-Nazis, and now you appoint actual neo-Nazis. I mean, think about it. When people see you at cons, do you want them to be thinking, "Hey, that's Peace Wolf, the Nazi simp," or do you want them to be thinking, "Hey, that's Peace Wolf, she kicked the Nazis out of a con"?
Shit. If I actually was associated with them people, I would show my face at all. If you're actually associated with the Raiders, you should don't even bother showing your face at all. Don't show up at any convention. Don't show up at any fur meets because nobody is. You're basically going to get ran the fuck out of there when they find out who you are and who you're associated with. They're going to chase you out of that area because they don't want anything to do with it.
Get back to me, Peace Wolf, if you're watching this, or if one of your cronies is watching this, pass it to her so she can watch it, because I want her opinion. I want to know what she thinks about the Nazi elements in the Furry Raiders and why she is associated with them. I mean, it's there's pretty damning evidence that they are neo-Nazis. You can't really deny that at this point. So yeah, Free For All, the supposed FashCon, have confirmed that they have got neo-Nazis working for them. So I'm not going to ask if you guys enjoy.
That is one convention I would never, ever, ever in my life attend. Because I am, like I said, I am not damaging my reputation in this fandom. I am not ruining the friendships I have with people. I'm not doing it. I'm not risking it. Because if the wrong information gets leaked out or any sort of wrong thing gets leaked out, and one of my friends or somebody like that finds out and they start forwarding the photos or whatever, now there basically goes everything. Because I'm gonna lose friends by the fucking truckload, and I'm not risking that. I'm not risking that.
Enjoyed this video because it's a pretty gnarly subject, but I hope you at least found it informative. And if you did, drop a like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Drop in the comments below, after you've checked out the evidence, that is, what your opinion is on it. Whether you think the Furry Raiders are Nazis or whether.
You know what? I'm gonna do it like this. Shrapnel, you got a like on your video, dude. Because you're one of the members in the fandom I absolutely respect. I absolutely respect everything you just said. Again, bravo, man. And you know what? The way I like how you think, I'm also going to sub to you. Because you're one of the smart ones in the fandom, and I absolutely applaud everything you just said. This 15-minute video, I actually applaud everything you just said. Bravo, man. You gotta like and you gotta subscriber. You're one of the members of the fandom who has common sense. You're one of the members of the fandom who actually has a brain. And for those like you, I respect. And for those like you, I will stand behind. So bravo, my friend. And in closing, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this flat to the fucking camera. Fuck the Furry Raiders. Fuck Foxler. And fuck everyone associated with them. And if there are members of that group who are decent people, power to you. Like that one dude that Justin showed me. I really didn't have a problem with him. Those kind of a couple things he said were kind of like grating on me a little, but I don't know, man. I've yet to meet anyone in that group who really came forth with truth or shit like that. Like I said, like I said, I gotta say at the end of it is fuck the Federators and fuck Foxler. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Keep your Nazi furry, your Nazism bullshit out of the fandom. Nobody wants to hear it, and nobody wants any part of it. So this is Shadow Saber Wolf signing out. Stay tuned for the next hunt. Peace and all everyone and love and respect to everyone in the furry fandom. I love all you guys. I will always be a furry heart until the day I'm in the grave. Peace out.